Crypto dreams.
What is up, crypto heads? John Fro here from Crypto Dreams. This is the place to be to learn about NFTs. Welcome back. Happy to have you here. Today, we are looking at Pixverse. Pixverse is an awesome game on the WAXP blockchain. I did an episode about Pixverse about half a year ago. They have since launched their game. It is live. You can play, you can earn. So we are going to be looking at the game itself and what you need to get started. Before we dive in, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. It helps my channel out greatly. All right, let's go ahead and dive right in. So here we are. This is Pixverse. This is the game. This is the home screen. If we look up here, we are going to see several tabs. We are going to be looking over each and every one of these. If we look down here, we can see that there are some events that are live. They are constantly having events. One of the things that I really like about this game is it's extremely interactive with the community. There are always events and cool things happening. This game is very underrated, in my opinion. There are a lot of things happening with this game. Development has been constant and continuous. So very cool game, very underrated. You can also see here that there is a leaderboard and there are monthly prizes. So there are several ways that you can start playing this game. We are first going to look at staking and lands up here. So if we look at the lands screen, we are going to see two different tabs right here, ground and space. These tabs earn you different tokens. This tab is going to earn you PXSH. This is space. Ground is going to earn you PXN. You will stake different structures and facilities on these planets, moons, and asteroids. They are a necessary part of the game. We're going to be looking at that. All of these are called space objects, and you will need them to play the game. The next thing you will need to know is that you will need structures or space objects. So these are what you are going to stake on a planet, moon, or asteroid, and that is what you are going to start earning with. So this is the ground and this is the space. If I click here, you're going to see my research stations that are staked on this land. So before you will see your space objects in here, you will need to come to this staking screen right here. So if we look right here on this tab, you are going to see space objects. I have already staked all of my space objects, but when you first get yourself space objects, you will need to come to the stake tab, click on it, and you will see this screen. I have an Earth that I have not staked, and this is what you'll see. So if you got 10 of them, you're going to have 10 of them that you're going to have to manually stake. You will also stake ships in here. We'll look at ships here shortly and what they do. So I have 2 ships that I have not staked. If I want to, I will just click stake. Captains, you will also need to stake those. Ships and captains are used for missions. We'll look at missions here in just a moment. And other items. So if you are jumping into the game and you're confused as to why you're not seeing your NFTs, you probably need to stake them here. Okay, this stake tab. So keep that in mind. So we're gonna jump back here on our lands. So these are all lands that I have staked. Some things you're gonna wanna notice here with your staked lands are this right here. This tells you how crowded this land is. This right here tells you how much of the land you own. So I own a piece of this land, I own a piece of this land, and so on down the line. This tells you how crowded it is. So this means that it's crowded. If we look here and see this red one here, this means it's overcrowded. These have an effect on what you will earn. I highly recommend taking a look at the white paper. It's gonna give you a really in-depth look at what all of these mean. I'm not gonna go way into detail. It gets a bit complex, but just keep in mind that these are very important things. These are gonna affect what you earn. These little icons right here show what I currently have staked on this land. So if we click on this land, for example, we are going to see that I currently have 3 mining facilities mining on this land. If we look here, we are going to see some stats. So critical ground lands, 70, occupied lands, 78. You're going to see scenario where it's crowded. And then my bonus for mining here is 5%. You can see a percentage sign here and 5. So I get a bonus because I own some of this land. You can see right here, 1.6% owned. So lands owned here, 0.83. So this is my status. You can see percentage of the land owned, 1.6, and lands owned, 0.83. And then I have 3 mining facilities, 1, 2, 3. Shows you my income, 18.87 per day of PXN. Rent, I don't have to pay any rent because I own the land. So this is basically what you're going to want to know here with how this operates. If we jump over to the space, that one was the ground. This is the space. It's going to look exactly the same. Everything applies the same. You can see what I have staked here on the land. You can see how crowded it is and what I own. So if I click on it, we are going to see what facilities I have staked in space. I currently have 2 research stations on this land. Same stats right here. I'm going to see occupied lands. You can see that it's overcrowded. Bonus, same scenario right there. That's a basic overview about how your mining is going to work on the ground and in space. Again, these are going to earn you your tokens, PXN and PXSH. These are passive earnings right here. Once you stake, you start earning passively by the day. One very important thing to understand between the ground and the space, when you stake your stations in space and you want to start earning, you have to fuel up your stations. You are going to fuel them with what you're going to earn on the ground, PXN. So if we look at my wallet here, I have PXN here and then PXSH. I have to have PXN to fuel my space stations. So you're going to have to do this daily. You can see here that there is a fuel tab. This turns red when you're out of fuel. You will need PXN to fuel your space stations and facilities. So keep that in mind. Say you have a common mining facility on this land here, and in space you have an epic facility on the land. You're really not going to earn enough PXN to fuel up your station on the land here. You are going to need to be mining more PXN on the ground to fuel up your space station. So keep that in mind. I have all of these running and mining every day, so I can maintain all of my facilities and I can earn PXSH. So PXN is a very important token in the game. You are going to be needing to earn it every day to operate in the game. So let's go ahead and jump on Atomic Hub. We're going to look at cost and what it looks like to begin with getting yourself space objects and structures. So right now is a great time to jump into the game. You can get started for not a lot of wax. If we look right here, these are some rare space objects. You can see that you can get one for 50 cents if you want. Epics, you can grab one for under $2. If you want to start mining on the ground, these are your ground structures. You can get a common for $1. Uncommons are running just under $3. You can grab yourself a rare. Also reasonably priced right now. If you want to get yourself space structures, you're looking at about the same cost, about $1 for a common and under $2 for an uncommon, and you can get a rare for about the same price as the ground. So if you want to get started earning your tokens, get on Atomic and you can start staking right in here and then get your structure staked on your lands. So next we are going to look at missions. Missions just recently launched. It has only been live for 2 or 3 weeks now. So very exciting time for all of us who have been involved in this game. Really fun, really cool. This is where your captains and ships and your data sets are going to be important to have. So again, if we jump back to the stake screen, keep in mind you are going to have to stake your ships, your captains, and your data sets to begin on your mission. So you're going to need to make sure you come to the stake tab. So missions, the way that they work, in order to run missions, you'll need a captain, a ship, a data set. A warp gate is not always necessary. It just depends on where you're going to end up sending your mission. So you do not need a warp gate. A space station is also required. So you can see right now that I am currently on a mission. Missions take 72 hours to complete. And what is going to happen when you complete your mission is this data set is going to be burned. It burns this data set, but you will in turn get a space object. So this is the last space object I received from my mission. So I got a common. Keep in mind the rarity you stake is the rarity you are gonna get. I have an uncommon staked right here, so I will get an uncommon space object. So if we look at this one right here, this is an epic that I had staked, and I in turn received an epic. So keep that in mind. There are other factors that There are luck factors and other variables that can affect this. The higher the rarity of your staked NFTs, the captain and the ship, warp gate, they're gonna give you increased stats. If we reference the white paper really quick, you're gonna see that there are stats that can get boosted. Luck, warp speed. Warp speed will complete the mission quicker, and then 2x drop where you get dropped extras. So the higher rarities, something like this, would give you a lot more bonus than what I currently have staked. So keep that in mind. They do affect your mission time and your stats. If we jump on Atomic again, we will take a look at captains and ships. So you can get a common captain for only 15 cents. Let's jump to a rare. Just under $2 you can get a rare, and you can grab yourself an epic for $12. If we look at ships here, again, very reasonable. So you can get a rare ship and an epic captain for under $20. And you also want to get yourself data set packs. So very reasonable. You can begin playing this game for very low cost just to get started and get used to the game and see if it's something you enjoy and want to dive into. So one really cool thing that is happening right now with the missions is they do something every week called Planet Hunter. The way that Planet Hunter works is you will start your mission and hunt for the planet Paris. So if I started my mission and it ended and my data set pack was burned, and if I got Paris, I would be eligible to win prizes. So if we look down here, you can see that Planet Hunter is here. And their last one was for Osaka. So if you got this planet and hit all the requirements, you would get rewards. So very cool. This is another one of my favorite things about this project. There are constant competitions and fun ways to interact with the community and the game. Things are always happening, so it's so cool. There is also another cool thing happening right now. If you open up a parts pack or a premium parts pack, you will get a Noah-scope. So there are always ways to continue participating and earning rewards. Very interactive community. Highly recommend joining Discord. That is where all the fun happens. Let's go ahead and jump over to the shop. So in the shop, you can spend the tokens you earn in game to upgrade and purchase new NFTs. So both tokens will be used in the shop. If we look here, you can see that there are parts packs and actual parts. These are parts. So these are used to upgrade your space stations, space docks, mining facilities. In these parts packs right here, you will get these items. You might get a higher rarity, you might get a lower rarity, but that's what these parts packs are. You can purchase these in game, and then you will use these to blend a facility or structure with the part. So if we look right here, this is a space dock and then an arm. If you blend it, you will get upgraded from a common to an uncommon. This is one of the things I really love about this game, is there is a lot of blending. so cool. This is one of my favorite things to do in games is blend and upgrade. There are massive amounts of upgrades and blending you can do in this game. So cool. Really love it. One of the other aspects that I just enjoy about this game. But that is what you will do in this shop. You can spend your hard-earned tokens and upgrade your NFTs to continue to earn more and more. Well, there it is. That's Pixverse. That is the game. You can get started at a very low entry cost and begin earning today. I highly recommend joining their Discord to get involved in all of the events and fun that is always happening. This game is continuing to develop. There's a lot more to come, and the community is just great. So I just highly recommend getting started and playing. Thank you very much for watching and listening. It is much appreciated. If you have a question or a comment, I'd love to hear from you. I will leave links to everything I have talked about in the description below. If you like the content on this channel, like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Until next time, I wish you health and wealth. I'm out of here.